guys, it's taken us a while to get to the point where this thing's 99% done. So I thought I'd take you for a walk around the 2020 Grip Manual 200 series dual cab. We've gone with an ASG 350 conversion on this one, so this is the MIDI, so shorter, lighter, more nimble off-road compared to the 650 we had in the last truck. I'll take you through the individual parts of the build. We'll start down with the wheels and tyres. So same again, we've gone with the Mickey Thompson ATZ P3s. We've ran these on heaps of cars now and we're just not having any issues with them on or off-road. This time we've gone with the Method wheels. These are the NV, the 305 HDs. So these are the GVM rated wheels. So yeah, only gone 5 this time. We've got one on the back. Don't really need the second spare. We've decided we haven't had too many issues, so just losing a fair bit of weight there. Obviously, slight difference, it's a GXL this time instead of the GX, mainly for resale. There was a few little things inside I wanted, so I'll show you those in a sec. ASG made us some custom sliders for this one. Biggest problem with building the first 350, I guess, on the market is there wasn't much available for it. So pretty well everything on this car was custom. No toolboxes anymore, so we follow the same ASG, still keep the same Canopy line down there through the cab. But then, yeah, obviously we've lost the toolbox, so it's just a nice little taper to match in with the flared guards that we've got for it. Righto, so having a peek inside the Canopy. Now overall we only lost a bit over 200mm internally, even though we did lose the 300mm on the Canopy. Basically we did that by changing how we've got the electrical. So before, in the last one, I had it all sitting, I guess, front to back. Now we've just made a nice new panel. We're still running the Enerdrive gear, but I simplified that as well. I decided I didn't need Simarine in the car, so we've just got the E-Pro, still got the 2000 watt inverter. We're still utilising the Blue Sea Marine gear, but this is a new little panel here. So Lightforce have just released these panels. So we'll zoom in and have a look. So these use the TY2 switches, the same as what is inside the Cruiser, but it's just a nice tidy flush mount little unit, so stoked with that. And then we've just got the 240 down there off the inverter. Mel was good enough to wrap the fridge for me because I didn't want silver. And then shelving wise, this is all open because this does double as a work car for me on and off. So what we came up with was the Unistrut down the sides here, just allows me to have the adjustable shelf. So when we travel, I can put our boxes in, it all works around the boxes, or if I need it for work, I can lift it up. And yeah, it just makes it a heap more versatile. We've just got the core LEDs tucked in up underneath. They just light up the Canopy there. We've got another strip light going in under here because I did decide it was a bit dark. And then we've just got the, I think that's about a 500mm just fitted up there. You can see the Canopy, we've got all the covers off, so it's all central locking on there and slams shut latches on it. So just something different than the whale tail, bit neater, bit more factory looking. Down here, the guys at TJM Hunter Valley did an absolute mint job on the fit out work with us on this one. So you'll see in here, we've got the TJM compressor, so they've tucked it right up the top here out of the road, so it still gives us a box, just the on-off switch for it there. And then we've just got the airline kits and that in there, but huge amount of room still. And if you can see, right up the top there, that's actually the airbag. So they've tucked them up out of the way so they don't get damaged. We're not getting dirt or mud in them or anything like that. And we haven't cleaned that box, so it's been off-road. We've got 10,000 Ks on it now, and not a speck of dirt's getting inside, so absolutely stoked with that. Just went with a Rhino rack awning this time. Don't really think we need a wrap around. We haven't had one before, haven't missed it, so again, in keeping weight down on this build, we've just gone with the standard 2.5 metre there. As always, we've got the Lightforce lights, so we've got some rock lights up in here. That just gives us general lighting for when we're out camping. Come around to the back, big changes again. Nice big bird shit since I washed it before we left home. Got the lights up the top here, so they're working as reverse lights for us. We've got the jerry can holder, it's basically there. When we do remote stuff, we'll probably carry fuel, but mainly for water, because I haven't put a water tank inside this one. We changed over to a full-length ladder. So the last truck we had, you had to step up on the tow ball to get up onto the ladder to get onto the roof. So we've got the ladder changed in this design just so that we can get on easier. And the kids are always on and off the roof of the car. Nice flush mount across the back here. We've gone with a hidden trundle drawer. So you fold that down and we've actually hidden the trundle drawer under there, so it's locked up, everything's safe, no one can get to it. So trundle door is pretty big for the size canopy we've got. We just keep in here recovery gear. We've got another block coming up on that stuff now. We've changed over to soft shackles and all that kind of stuff. So again, everything's just around weight. But we keep pretty well all our recovery gear. We've got tyre repair kits. All the tools that I travel with are tucked up out the back there, out of the road. So that's good. Got a divider built into the drawer so nothing can hit into the locks. All that kind of stuff. Come around to this side of the canopy now. Again, it was open at the back as you could see. Now we put a fair bit of design into this one because it was about trying to maximise space in a smaller canopy. So all the drawers have been tapered. They match the angles of the canopy, but what it's allowed for is absolutely monster storage drawers. These things, we've got these cool little boxes. They're just super cheap ones, but they fit in perfectly, and it again lets us take all our spares. People are going to notice the top one is too high for me. I can't see into it, but I do have a little stool that I carry, and then that's just mainly the lighter camera gear sits in the top there. And then we've got all open shelves, so I've got first aid kit. You can see I've got my hard hat for when I'm on site and all that kind of stuff in there. We've just got one light there. It's just another work light on the front. Nothing too special, does the job. Coming into the cab, we've gone with some pretty cool accessories from Lightforce again. So if you come in here and have a look, we've got the new Lightforce 200 series panel in here. Now what it does, it just allows you to add in the extra switches without drilling holes in your dashboard. We've got the TowPro plug-in, just the standard Toyota switches. We've got the diff lock. We're running an Eaton locker in the rear of this. Parking sensors, wholesale automatics lock-up kit. We've got the split TY2 switches in here as well. So I've got the light bar on the front, light bar for the roof, and then the two lights on the back of the reverse lights. So we've got that in there as well. If we can sneak right across to the other side of the steering column, you'll be able to see that we've got the RV45 jack. Interior wise compared to the GX, look, it's got a different, I guess, center to the dashboard. It's got the same screen. These are pretty useless. I will end up changing this one. But actually the big thing I was chasing was the steering wheel controls. I really did miss it. So yeah, went back to the GXL, got those. Other than that inside, the only thing we changed is this little ripper down here. So we got the guys while they were building the truck to put in a rubber floor. Now, probably not something many people would do, but for us with the kids, work, beach, play, there was no way I was having carpet. We get a lot of questions with these cars, this one and the last one, is how much room is left in the back when you do the conversion. Basically, heaps. We've got the seats still tilt, flip all the way forward. We've still got the inverter tucked down the bottom here, the factory one, so we've still got that power. We don't use it. But we've got the storage box, we've got the jack and everything mounted in there for this one. But you can see from the other side how far they actually tilt back. So the back is still super comfortable. It's still like having a wagon. You're not in that upright seat like you usually are in a dual cabin. So yeah, heaps better. And huge amount of leg room. You still get the rear aircon, even though it's cut out in here. Obviously, it doesn't go all the way through. All the stuff comes out of the back when you lose the back, but you still have the controls in the back of the cab. So finishing off around the outside, we've just got the TJM snorkel on this one. I guess personal preference for snorkels, I just like how this one tucks in. Don't know whether they're any better than any others, it's just a bit smaller, and I just decided that I didn't want to have the stainless snorkel. Under the bonnet, everything's pretty well stock standard. We've got the catch can, they tuck away up the back here. Ran it on the other one, seems to do a good job, so that's for Western filters. We've got that one there, the ProVent ones, designed for the LC200. All the brackets are in there, nice Mickey Mouse. I don't have a second battery under the bonnet like the GX had in the last one, so I've left that space empty for now because I'm sure I'll find something to put in there. Over this side, the boys again, we've done an awesome job of hiding everything away for me. We've got the winch on off switch tucked in nicely over here, and then in the back here, out of the way, out of the weather and the water, if we do river crossings and stuff, we've got the guys to put in the safety hub again. Now, I raved about this in the last video. I swear by these things, they are just super neat. Everything's run off there, high current fuses are underneath. We've got the normal ones, just little blade fuses, they're in there as well. Water can't get into them. Just a super neat way to do your wiring. And then we've got all the relays for the lights and everything. We've got the solenoid here as well. What we've done for this one is, for the trailer, we've got it on the ignition. So when we've got it hooked up with the Anderson on the last one, I had to always remember to unplug it because I ran constant power to it. So the boys this time for me have put it off a relay so that it's only on when the car runs. And then obviously, yeah, we've got the compressor so it only runs when the engine's running as well. You might notice one different thing underneath here. We've got all the ducting grafted in under here. So one of the things that ASG are doing now that I just absolutely love, so we had to put one on, was the 79 series bonnet being grafted in. So this is using the actual bonnets out of the 79. It's not the fiberglass, it's all metal and it's just grafted in. It was something different when we were building the car. There wasn't anything else out there like it. The same as the grills. We got all the grills painted so it's all blacked out. It was just, the vision I had for the car was similar to what I'd done with the Ranger a few builds ago, where it was a lot sleeker lines and a lot more aggressive. And that kind of ties into the front end as well. So we were able to get one of the TJM Venture bars. Now, we ordered this from a photo. We hadn't seen the catalogues, we hadn't seen them on the car. It was just a photo we'd been sent from one of the TJM stores saying this is coming. And we took the punt and I'm absolutely stoked with how it's turned out. So again, no sidebars on this one. It does incorporate all the parking sensors, so they still work for all the guys out there with those. The hoop now, just smaller. It's got the plug-ins for the cameras and all the other stuff that the VXs and Saharas get. We've gone with the single row 20-inch light force on here. Now, I have seen the dual rows fit in, but again, it was about the look I was chasing, so I've gone back to the single row. The only difference I have noticed between this and the other TJM bars is it's made this a lot tighter through here. So where usually I'd run the factor 55 flat hooks on here and pull them up tight, I can't do that on this one. So I've actually had to go back to the good old tuck the winch under there. It does rattle a bit, but not much we can do about it. Up underneath, we've got the full bash plate suite from TJM. Again, they match the plate, they fit. They're going to give all the protection we need. I haven't built this to go rock hopping, so that's going to do everything we need. GME, they're doing the aerial and everything as per normal. The guys make really good gear and that's why I keep using it. This has just got the stumpy on here now. Behind the back seats in the car, we've got the long aerial for when we need that as well. Suspension wise on this one, we've gone away from the Kings on this build. This build we've actually used the new TJM Pace. So it's a remote reservoir. It's tucked up underneath there. We've only done 10,000 Ks, so far so good. Haven't had any issues. Ride wise, it's been fantastic. Got the upper control arms changed as well. So they're just the Black Hawk ones. Again, ran them on the last car, didn't have issues, so we've gone with them again. I'll take you around the back and show you the suspension under the back. Underneath it's still just the TJM suspension with the Firestone airbags. Factory sway bars still installed. You'll see the factory exhaust still in here for the moment. That's just, haven't had time to get it changed and we've got to work pretty closely with people to get it sorted just because it's the first Mini, there's nothing available. That's it guys, that's a wrap on the 2020 truck. Massive thanks to ASG for letting us have so much control over the design of the canopy. It's awesome. Mick and the boys at TJM Hunter Valley, thank you so much. The care and effort you put into the fit out is awesome. Any questions guys, drop them in the comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe because 2021 we're going to have a heap of new content. Cheers.